Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So currently, actually not only on the euro but on other currencies, you could see the same reaction. This stands against the United States dollar, and we have discussed this in our weekly report when we said that medium-term sentiment could be more friendly to the dollar rivals. It's just coming from a recent signal that we've got from the central banks across the board, across the globe, which give the absolutely evident sign that central banks will not follow to very tight policy, and they intend to follow and use the gentle methods and smooth fiscal regulation of the national domestic economies. It means that the change of the rate currently, it seems like some ultimate measure to control the inflation. But to understand where these methods, the ultimate methods, should be applied, central banks and Fed in particular has to get the clear understanding and clear sign that indeed inflation is coming out of the control. We suggest that if this will happen at all, this probably should happen somewhere closer to the end of the first quarter of 2022, somewhere in the second quarter. By this moment, Fed probably already will understand whether the inflation indeed stands temporal, or they will need to take some measures more aggressively. It means that until this moment, European Central Bank, for instance, that was treated previously as an outlier compared to other central banks, currently stands absolutely in common trend, despite that it has most soft and weak policy among the other central banks. Currently, in general, it stands on the common trend, and that lets euro to shake off a bit the previous burden of the pressure that stand upon it because of this policy, and show some moderate pullback. Currently we're not talking that maybe we will get some sharp global reversal, although this also could happen, but we are going step by step, and currently we have the positive sentiment around this situation, and it seems that euro currency could show some deeper upward retracement. One of the patterns that we discussed as well, and here you can see that we could recognize it might be something like double bottom, because Russian rinse here is very typical for the double bottoms. When the second bottom shows the Russian rinse of the first one, now we need to wait what the pace of the acceleration here, what the pace of the upward action we will get, preferably if it will be some accelerations to the upside. Trend has turned bullish here, and we're considering a chance to go long on intraday charts. So on the 4 time frame chart, recently we talked about, on the weekend, we talked about the head and shoulders pattern, or better to show you first the hourly chart. This will be more clear. So we have started the week from this pattern. Yes, we were waiting for a bit deeper retracement for harmonic shape of this pattern, but as you can see, reaction to the downside in the shoulder here was smaller than usual. So market is a bit skewed to the upside here with this upward action. This retracement was small. So if you were able to take the long position, that's great. Here's, by the way, was great regardless triple to buy pattern that signals to chances to take the long position. But this is all inside analysis. So anyway, if you have taken the position, that's great. You could manage your stops. And market's currently coming to the OP target, which is the first destination point of this head and shoulders, which is 116.10. So market is coming to it. Actually, guys, if you will use a bit different extension, right, initial extension, you'll see that OP actually already has been reached. It's right here. Market is testing it. So if you're a short-term trader, it's probably the signal to you to make something with your position. That's another OP that personally I'm watching here. It's mostly for retracement purposes, not for targeting of the long position. So if you haven't taken the long position, don't be upset too much with this, because currently once OP will be reached, we could focus on some pullback, and it will be nice if we'll get the retracement to the two levels. So first level is 1575, is the first confluence, which mostly agrees with the neckline of the previous pattern and previous lows, as you can see here. That's our primary level to watch for. Alternatively, we could get retracement to the 1587, but in the current circumstances, it seems that pullback could be a bit stronger, just because if we'll take a look at the follow time frame chart, you will see that market is coming to 618 resistance, which is 1623 here. This OP mostly agrees with this level. And take a look here, we could get a bit different head and shoulders as well. Well, as you can see, a bit larger scale. For this pattern, here's I also keep in place the former confluence level that we considered on weekend, and it stands around 1576 to 1580. It actually agrees with the now valid confluence. This is now support, but this was resistance, and retesting of this resistance also might provide some additional support. Anyway, this whole support cluster stands right around the bottom of the potential left arm, and if the pullback will start, this will be most probable area where a market will find support and could try to reestablish upward action. Speaking about the deep retracement, since we have the agreement and here's the fib level, so maybe indeed retracement might be a bit deep compared to what we've got on the hourly chart yesterday. So that's a few moments that we could keep an eye on the euro currency, and let's see what will happen around 1575, whether we will get the chance to step in for the further upward continuation here.